high-speed camera expert Burdette Anderson came back to the ranch in order to help us with an experiment in the East Field. It's another location that may be just as critical as the Mesa to solving this mystery. So Burdette, this is the area where we saw that anomaly in the photogrammetry data that we showed you.
Right.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play some acoustic sounds and look, you know, with the high speed if we see anything odd.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, if we produce a frequency, one line of thinking has it that we may activate something here in response to the emission of that sound frequency. So we're gonna sweep the frequency range a little bit and see if something changes up over our heads.
And so we're gonna project some frequencies to see what's happening there. We're also gonna launch some rockets just to probe the area. While we're doing that, of course, we'll wanna run the high-speed cameras on that as well.
Absolutely.
Let's get to work.
Right.
So for tonight's experiment in the East Field, Eric is going to broadcast a range of acoustic frequencies using a device known as a tone generator. He'll also be continuously scanning for RF radiation with his spectrum analyzer. Meanwhile, Burdette will use his high-speed cameras, which record 2,000 images per second, to look for anything strange and more evidence that this unbelievable legend could be true. We're set up right in the middle of the photogrammetry anomaly, right?
Dead center, yeah.
So what we'll do first is do the sound and the rocket and run the high speed for a couple of intervals. Does that make sense?
Works for me.
Okay. Thomas, if you and Caleb will go launch the rocket. Y'all go ahead.
You wanna hold it there for a sec? We'll put the igniter in. All right, we're loaded.
You're ready, Burdette?
High speed's ready. We're recording right now in 2,000 frames per second.
All right, Eric, you want to try the sound?
All right, stand by for sound.
We're hot in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Perfect! Look at that, right up through the anomaly. That rocket went perfectly through the anomaly, didn't it?
Yeah,
It did.
It went straight up.
Okay. Can you take a look at this and tell me if it's a bug or a bird or what you think?
Where?
Right here. Watch this. There's something screaming across there right after the rocket.
Well, how far, dude? That's gone a long way.
Look at this thing.
That field of view across there is across the whole mesa, so that's about a half a mile. And it's at 2,000 frames a second. So he just went a half a mile in
1.12 seconds, I believe.
So it literally went from about halfway here in the mesa to above these trees over here in a second.
Wow. That bird would have a jetpack.
That's a pass bird.
That ain't a bird. Holy crap. Right after we fired a rocket in the East Field and Eric began broadcasting a tonal frequency, Burdette Anderson's high-speed camera recorded the fastest-moving UAP we've ever documented on Skinwalker Ranch.
When did this happen in relation to the launch itself?
It would have been about 6 seconds after the launch. And it lasted for a period of a little over 1 second.
Well, that means it went from there to there like that. Guys, that's 3,600 miles per hour.
What in the heck is this?
We just captured something moving at 3,600 miles per hour right there, 6 seconds after we launched the rocket. Something goes over this close to us at 3,600 miles per hour, you would think you would hear the atmospheric movement. You would think you'd see a wake behind it.
That means they have
You
to...
didn't see a wake.
No.
And guess what that would have to be in order for that to happen? It would have to be frictionless.
Yeah.
The characteristics of this UAP were just like the so-called Tic Tac that was recorded in 2004 by the U.S. Navy.
It's rotated.
It had no visible exhaust or wake either. And it also seemed to be surrounded by some kind of force field, and it disappeared in the blink of an eye.
And you were at 2,000 frames a second.
Yes.
Well, guys, we may have just seen something show up as a response to the rocket and the sound. I can't help wondering which of the two, if either, is the stimulus. And so what I'd like to try is a purely sound experiment.
Okay. So I need about, I got about 8 minutes, probably a download time left, and then see what I can do to reset for light.
So we've got about 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
For our experiment, Eric is going to be broadcasting a range of individual tones at various frequencies. Frequencies are measured in units known as hertz. Higher numbered frequencies have a higher pitch, while lower number frequencies have a lower pitch. We have no idea which frequency might trigger a phenomenon to occur. So Eric is going to play a number of them, and we'll just have to see if any cause something strange to happen.
All right, Travis, we are about ready to start.
Have at it.
Ready for frequency 1.
Okay, now. Okay,
That's like tinnitus right there.
We're going to 380.
Okay? I feel like I'm hearing a harmonic of that.
So you're getting 2 tones?
Yeah.
that's interesting.
This is 385.
Oh, did you hear that? It was resonating like a crystal glass. When you turn it off, it was still going.
I could hear it echoing back
Did you
into
hear
here.
that?
Yeah.
So what's half of that?
Let's try 192.
Oh, dude, I could feel that one. Did you feel that, Caleb?
Oh, yeah.
That's the one. 192 was the biggest one so far. I could feel that in my feet.
Wow.
Oh, did y'all see that?
Right above us right now.
Some just jumped, came right across the sky.
Really?
See it moving?
Tiny, tiny brightness, yeah. That was amazing. Just after Eric played the tone at a sound frequency of 192 hertz, another UAP appeared and then vanished. Let's keep an eye. John Dover told us that the indigenous people of this region used sound frequencies to open portals centuries ago, and also that they claimed to see UAPs flying in and out of the mesas. Could we have just experienced this? Whatever that lower one was, where the ground was like that. You could feel it in your feet. So that was pretty neat. But when you turned it off,
We could
the
hear
valley
it.
was still ringing.
That's interesting. That's neat. Now that we have the specific frequencies that create special effects on the environment, I'm excited to see what kind of experiments we can do to stimulate the phenomenon and maybe even, as some put it, to open portals of one kind or another. Really makes me interested in coming out here to do specifically focused sound experiments.
Yeah. Specifically for sound. That's exactly right. Don't worry about anything else, but just focus on that. Guys, this has been a heck of a successful experiment. We did capture something during the experiments moving at 3,600 miles per hour, which, that's not something you see every day.